We didn't get the little sign that usually pops up, Wendy, but we are live now. So welcome everyone to our beautiful conversation, a wonderful conversation with the beautiful Wendy Peterson, who's joining us all the way from the States, Missouri, I do believe, to talk about your masterclass, Unleashing Your Potential. I love it. Yeah. Unleashing Your Potential, a step-by-step guide to self-love and discovering your unique greatness. Oh my God, this is something that is so, I'm so passionate about, so close to my heart. So before we start, Wendy, I'd just like to take a real moment just to really honor you and thank you also, honoring you for bringing this to sharing your passion and your wisdom with the world, and thanking you for bringing it to the Sacred You HarmonyFest. I'm really excited about this masterclass. So Wendy, tell us what inspired you. What inspired you to create this masterclass, Unleashing Your Potential?
I think that we've all been through a journey where we may have ebbs and flows of our self-love, and it's always so easy to show love to other people or do things for other people, but when it comes to ourselves, we typically ignore what we need ourselves. And one example I usually think of when I'm thinking about an example of why it's so important that we have self-love, because we can't serve from an empty cup. You're not giving somebody, when you're serving somebody, you're not giving them the best of you when you're just giving them what's left over. And an example is on an airplane, even the stewardess will tell you, take care of your own mask before you put the mask on children. So it's a matter of being able to give your best because you're taking care of yourself as well.
Yeah.
And you're also being an example to your children of how they should treat themselves.
Yes, absolutely. And I love that, to be an example for other people, but definitely taking care of yourself first, with loving yourself and taking care of your own needs. And I know for me, it's very easy for me to say that, got to take care of your own needs. But for you also, like, you're a mother. There's so many mothers in the world, and even, women and wives and everything else, and parents, not just mothers, but parents, fathers as well, that kind of forget about themselves and put their children and their family first, where this is totally different. This is turning it around. So thank you so much for sharing that. And I will just say, Wendy, just to think, we're just having a little bit difficulty hearing you. So you might have to speak a little bit closer to the mic.
Thank you for letting me know that.
Okay. That's okay, no problems. So tell us more about this wonderful masterclass, and what can people, who's it for, right? And what can they expect to gain from it?
So it's for anyone who has been struggling with confidence or self-worth, self-love. It's a journey through authentic confidence, and you get that through self-love. Actually, there's 4 key elements we'll be exploring with self-love. It's the 4 pieces are self-awareness, self-worth, self-love, and self-care. And through those things, there's going to be a practical step-by-step instructions and exercises that they can do to gain awareness in these areas, and that will lead you to an authentic confidence, because you'll know more about yourself and what makes you unique.
Good. And it's so true, because a lot of people don't even know who they are, and what makes,
they're too busy wearing hats that other people have put on them, or living in little boxes that other people have put them in.
Yes, yeah. And I know, it's a generalization, but there's a lot of people in the world who are living other people's lives because they don't know who they are and things like that. So we're living other people's lives. So thank you. Now, Wendy, can I ask you, can we go a little bit personal and tell
Sure.
us a little bit about your journey and how has these steps that you're going to be sharing, how have they helped you to unleash your potential?
That's a good question because like I said, people have ebbs and flows to their journey with confidence and self-love. And I was pretty confident, had a lot of awareness about what I wanted and the things that self-worth, that type of thing. And then I got into a toxic relationship where that got chipped away a bit. So I've seen both sides of it. And I've realized that, as I was mentioning earlier, you're not going to serve your people, your children, or whoever it is that you're trying to give to. If you're serving from an empty cup, you're not going to give them the best. So you have to fill up your cup in order to be able to overflow love into others.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Kind of it went, sideways for a while, and I found the things that brought it back. And part of that was the self-discovery through exercises that I'm going to share with self-awareness and self-worth. And that will give you the foundation level, as I was saying about how to recognize your own self-worth, which will give you the authentic confidence.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you for that. And it's really good to, one of the things that I struggled, I was on a podcast this morning and sharing with in my journey is that self-worth. We live in a world where if you are anything but normal, in that box, then people don't know how to interact with you. People don't know how to treat you. And so you get bullied, right?
Yeah.
And that's where I think a lot of bullying happens in today's world, because children are children. They don't know how to, and they don't understand that people can be different. But when someone has experienced bullying or any other, you could say, traumatic experience or any other thing that's happened in their life, that leaves them with no self-worth, right? From whatever they're growing up with, their childhood, whatever it's been. What do you recommend that, how do they start? Besides coming to your masterclass, which we're definitely hoping that they are. So for everyone who's listening, do click on the links.
An important part of it is part of the self-awareness is evaluating your negative self-talk. Society has made it normal, if not regularly, people will say, "Oh, I'm not good at this," or "I'm not made for that," or whatever. It's like, what are you telling yourself when you're saying those things? It's almost like you don't want to admit that you have great qualities, that you have to be like everybody else and say, "Oh, well, not me."
Yeah.
Or you to be able to, especially within yourself, know that not to say those things to yourself and change that negative self-talk to more positive mindset. And a more positive mindset will raise your vibration. And one of the things I really enjoy is when the science proves what once was considered woo-woo or esoteric. So now we know that a positive mindset and positive vibration and higher vibes, as is so popular to throw around nowadays, there's actually science behind that says it will boost your immune system.
Yes.
There's many health benefits to it. So it's not just a catchphrase. It's something that you should work towards.
Yeah.
On that Maslow scale.
Yeah, absolutely. And I totally agree with you. When we, the positive mindset as such, when we don't have a positive mindset, that certainly interferes or affects our immune system and everything else. So when we can change that around, then we can definitely get the results of that and experience that, both on an emotional level and a physical level. So thank you. And all the other levels too, spiritually and everything else. So Wendy, before we leave, Is there anything else that you would like to share?
Well, for registering for the masterclass, you get
You're muted, Wendy. You muted yourself.
live. You'll be in a surprise drawing.
So for everyone who registers for their masterclass, you will go in for a live prize draw to win something very special. Thoroughly recommend taking advantage of that. Do click on the links below and check out Unleash Your Potential. Now, I should say, where is it? Because we've got to figure out when it is. So it's on Friday the 13th. Oh, my God. I have to say, oh, my God, because our astrologer has told me that Friday the 13th is in October is going to be a very powerful day. So what a wonderful day to unleash your potential. By coming
in the States, in the States, that's Thursday.
Thursday, yes. In the States, it's Thursday the 12th at 8 p.m. and Australia, it's 12 noon. Yes. Awesome. So anything else that you would like to share?
I'm looking forward to it and can't wait to see you there. And look in the comments to get the link for the class and bring your notes and be ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you ever so much for joining us. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm certainly going to come along. And we will see you very, very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.